Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to play as Admirer and receive a very rare message that solved the game. Hope you enjoy! Nice, I'm number 13, it's my lucky number! My secret obsession is town killing. I should write that down. 4 asks for TP lookout. 15 asks for TP lookout because they claim town power. 3 says executioner claim day 1. Let's check. 9 maybe? Let's check 5. While Admirer isn't as OP as it was back in the day, I still think it's a good role because you protect both yourself and your lover and you're no longer life linked, which means that evils don't get a free double kill. Five is not my obsession. Rest in peace to 1. The baker. They were killed by the cavern. Okay, so we have more Opok around here. They were going to claim psychic. It says multiple Opok confirmed. 12 says witch, there is a witch. TK, don't claim TK until it's found. 15 says multiple Opok, nice. 4 says either multi-Opok or enchanted. 13 claims Trapper, who was witched. 3 claims TK. And there is a Conjurer jump scare. And they are getting no crying. Rest in peace, no crying. I guess we are allowed to cry now? Oh, they were a werewolf. That's so unlucky for them. That looks like a panic conch. Six says, alright, Cavern has Potion Master. 8 says empty, yes. 9 says bye bye doggy. 4 says I have a feeling enchanted. And 8 is the enchant. 3 claims TK again in the witch game. 8 says hang 5. 5 claims TP. I say that was late 5. 10 says you have murder and trespass. 8 says 10 says murder and trespass. Murder and trespass. TP night 1, 4. 9 says not even the TP lookout claims, shaking my head, the Axie claim. 12 says you were found murder trespassing. I say what is this will in the mouth? 4 says you got a full claim. 14 says 4 did ask for TP lookout. 15 says full claim or die. 5 claims cleric after like 50 years, so they get guiltied. 9 says oh I'm mixing up 3 and 4, my bad. 3 says I enoed because I enoed. That's an interesting reason to eno. And they were a Conjurer, let's go! That's why they rejected me. Conjurer doesn't love admirers. Dang it. I wanted to bestow 10. Let's admire 3, like they claim TK. Though they could be fake or wet baiting because, you know, usually in a witch game, TK claims as sus. Okay, so 3 is town killing. 10 is investigator. And 3 has rejected me as well. I better find my obsession. Rest in peace to 2, the witch. Nice! The witch is dead! They were destroyed by Berserker. Thank you, Burs. Okay, so looks like Burs is another NA that we have. Let's write down the claims while we're at it. What's 6? 6 is TP. Rest in peace to 12, the trapper. They were killed by the Coven, so they were witched and then they were killed the next night. That's so unlucky for them. 8 is TS. I think the real TK is fake claiming because of the witch. 3 says, Lamau, it worked, I baited witch on me. 10 says that I have trespassing. I say I visited 5 and 3. 14 claims TK. 3 says, oh my fucking god, I actually played witch. 10 says, ah, okay, it's probably from 5. 8 says, 7, what are you? 8 says, both 7 and 14 didn't vote 5. 7 claims TK. That took them a while. 6 says, can you full claim? "15 says, wanna bet 14 is also." 8 says, 14 voted, my bad. 14 says, look again, I did vote 5. And there's a prosecutor, and they prosecute 7. 7 says, I'm VG, can shoot tomorrow. You can't shoot tomorrow, you're prosecuted. 8 says, yeah, you know this. Lamau. Bye. 14 says, too late for that now. 6 says, it's very likely us in his game. 15 says, you won't shoot Flummery. 15 says, 14 up next. 6 says, unless does any TP claim and defense, and this was a Berserker. W pros. 10 says, red Vigilol. 6 says, very nice. I say W pros. And there's a martial reveal. Okay, the town's cooking. "14 tried to vote up Marshall? What?" I double check that I'm whispering to the right person and whisper to 4. I'm admin for TK here. 4 says, for fuck's sake, I ask you all to full claim to me. Why are you guys following a Coven push? Oh my lord, for fuck's sake. Six says, wait, what? I was Cruz, hit Aso on 15. How do you know you hit Aso? That's the question. Okay, so 14 was Trickster. That's unlucky. 10 says, oop. 4 says, why vote before either of the T-Pows, you imbecile? You did say 14 next, yourself. I don't trust 6 being real. I say this is bad. Okay, wait. Why don't I have an obsession? I mean, why can't I admire someone? Is there no real TKs left? Dang it. It looks like my obsession was 14. I didn't get a new one. For some reason. That's so strange. Usually you can't find another target after your obsession died. Rest in peace to the Marshal. So TPs are fake. 8 says, who did you visit night 2? 5 or 3? I whisper to 8, 3. What? There are no valid targets for a secret obsession. 3 says, Pesty. 9 says, sorry, that was me. I say, no valid targets, no. 8 says, okay, so 9 is pirate. 10 says, okay, 9 is pirate. 9 says, I needed Marsh, sorry. 3 says, I'm Exy, not Pesty. I'm executioner for 13. 8 says, Landlub is pirate? Marsh, werewolf PB. I say, so 10 isn't real. Either was, I'd get a TI obsession, right? 9 says 15 isn't LL, if that helps. 8 says 9, full claim. 10 says what? 3 says BRB. And there is a prosecution, and they get the pirate claim. 9 says I had Marsh, Pros, Werewolf. What fucking cursed list is this? WTF, genuinely WTF. That's so unlucky for them. 15 says, I mean, not a bad pros. 9 says, yup. Then says, sheesh. 15 says, but like we need their poke. I say, based on my role info, 10 can't be a real TI. 3 says, it's 10 or 15. 8 says, what 15? You're not Monarch. 15 says, I'm Monarch. They just died to hit on an obstacle. Okay, I'm voting this for time only. Because I don't think it's 15, I think it's 10. Because as an admirer, you can't get a 10 power obsession, so they can be real, while 10 is 100% fake. "15 says, what are you doing? From 3 10 power to 1 and Flammery 1. I say 10 isn't real, in this and up 10. It says 13 post. I say I'd get 10 as a new target if they were real. 3 says I'm following my exit target. 8 says will. 10 says bro, I had accurate results. 3 says 13 is my exit target. Three says I'm playing for town to spite Pesty. I say I had no valid target message. I can even type it. Let's check where it is. 8 says I thought you were a socialite. I say nope, I'm admin. There are no valid targets for a secret obsession. 10 says can we hang the exit claim to confirm it's real? We still have majority after. I type there are no valid targets for a secret obsession. 3 says and that Pesty kill? Okay, Pesty. 10 says we still have 2 people after. I say that's what the message was. Let's go! 8 says I don't care, town loses. 10 says damn it. Try being 2 town doomed us. One of them could be Lou. And this was a pest. I say told ya. 3 says pray 15 is real. 8 says this is W though. 15 says told you all. I say I'm real. 15 says burn baby burn. Wow, this was a 5 town game and we won. Nice. 15 says JK I was jester. 10 says ITI too godly. 3 says I just really hated 10. 10 stole my skin, so 4 says see, Cavan push. Dragonham also was in this game. He was no crying. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here are the ones that might interest you as well. And please like, comment and subscribe to help my channel grow. See you soon in the next one.